Good morning all, and welcome to another Triple J TV live stroll with me and Azra. I think Azra being more important. First of all, a little apology. Yesterday's live stroll obviously went completely wrong. If you were with me, thank you very much for putting up with it. I got completely lost on a walk. Then I found where we were, which was fine. And then I was mid-talking about weight, and then I got a phone call. And to be fair, it was Mum calling, and she would never normally call at that time of the morning. So I'm thinking, oh goodness, is there a problem? So I had to cut the live off. We had been going about sort of 40-45 minutes at that point anyway, so we'd been going quite a while. But it was a very hasty exit. So apologies about that, but obviously no issues with Mum, which was the main thing. Now I'm just going to finish that little conversation about the weight before we start talking about what we're going to try and do this morning. And the first issue of the day is a dog on the other side of the road. Hopefully with a bit of haste we can get past them before to the main drag. Azra, path, come on. Now, I was telling you yesterday that the weight on the 1st of June was 15.9. By the 1st of August, I got it down to 14.5. When I came back from the cruise, which was only a week ago yesterday, we got it to 14. I think it was on 14.12. Now, when I weighed myself yesterday morning, which is my normal weighing, I got myself 14.8. So actually, right, let's cross over. Morning. Actually, the weight that I put on whilst I was on the ship, it's actually only £3. Now, if any of you have done cruising before, you will know. Morning everyone, hi to everyone. Courtney the Pooch, hello, I recognise you again. And hi to, is that Coos? So, £3 in 2 weeks on a cruise actually isn't that bad. So, do you know what? I've started back on with the old diet, loosely. We were up in London yesterday, which I'll talk about in a bit. But yeah, these walks I do help massively with the old dieting. So yeah, as I say, just a quick apology that we didn't finish that conversation yesterday because of the phone call I had to take 45 minutes into a live that went completely wrong yesterday. So this morning's live, we are going on the longer walk over the fields. Now what I'm going to try and achieve, so you don't think I'm all going completely nuts, is that when we get to the point on the walk where I thought we would come out yesterday, we can hopefully go back that way so you can clearly see where I'm talking about. Now we'll see about that, because I'm hoping it's not going to go wrong again, but we'll give it a go. So talking about yesterday, we went up to London on a coach trip with Richmond Coaches from Royston, which is sort of the nearest sort of big town to where we live, and it's a really, really good service that they provide. We had to stop in Baldock and Stevenage before we went. Come on, Azra, come on, good girl. And then obviously straight into London from there. Now, I think we paid, and I'll start off with that. I think we paid 60 quid each, me and Julia, and £52 for James. So My maths isn't that great. What's that, 170 odd quid? Now, all right, you can get into London on the train, clearly a lot cheaper than that. But to have that ability of being driven in, being able to see a lot of the sights before you even get there. Thank you for all the likes coming in, guys. Really do appreciate it. Do like and subscribe. You go, Azra. Come on. It was really, really nice, and it was so comfortable. That's the thing, you know, you don't have to deal with trains and tubes and, oh, God. Anyway, so we then got to the London Eye and River Cruise. That was what we were doing, the Eye and the River Cruise yesterday. Now, we got up there in the end probably about 10:30, maybe 11:15, something like that. And the River Cruise, which was the first thing we were doing, wasn't going until 12:30. So we did have a little bit of a wait, so we went for sort of a walk along sort of the South Bank towards Westminster Bridge. Now, what I will say, guys, is that because obviously we had Mum with us, couldn't really walk too far, but she did well. We sort of did a little bit of walking, and she was she kept up. So yeah, it wasn't too bad, but we couldn't push it too far. So we walked along the South Bank to Westminster Bridge and then back past the aquarium, past the Eye. We found some places to sit. It was quite warm yesterday, especially when the sun did come out. You know, I said to Mum at one point, this sun on the back of my neck is absolutely burning. And it was. So I said to Mum, right, Julie and I are just going to go for a walk up the other way. Now, we walked towards the sort of two, which is sort of, if you like, going towards London Bridge, Tower Bridge from Westminster Bridge. Now, that is where, now you probably won't have seen it, guys, because it was quite early on in my vlogging career, but I did a London stroll, which if you want to look back, you're more than welcome to. I think it's probably December last year, January January this year, can't remember. And we came out at this point and walked sort of the other way down the South Bank towards Tower Bridge, London Bridge. So sort of it gave you a bit of an idea of where we were when we were on that particular vlog. But we went onto the Millennium Bridge, took some nice photos, and then we got ice cream for everyone, because it was flipping hot yesterday, it really was. What have we got here? Oh, the wife's weighing in. £69 each, train 30, tickets for London and River Cruise. So it was actually cheaper to do the coach trip. There you go. The Oracle has spoken. I didn't even know she was awake when I left this morning. There you go. See, there's no hiding places for us partners, husbands. Anyway, here we go. So we're going to cross over here. And this will take us into the field. Now, we have done this walk before, guys. This is not a new walk. But what will be new about it is if I can damn well find the way to cut back across the fields to where we started yesterday. And hopefully not do over an hour's walk this morning. Because I've got lots to do at home when I get home before we go out later. Come on. I did actually do the editing of the vlog of yesterday last night. And I didn't think I was even going to have time. I was so tired. But I was playing around with it. And yeah, it all came together reasonably smoothly. So I'm sure, as Julia were here, she would say, Jonathan, it didn't really come together smoothly, did it? You had to play around with bits and pieces to make it work. Come on, Ezra. But essentially, it was quite a smooth. It was quite a smooth edit. Right, Ezra's just going to the loo, so just give me a second. Right, wait. You can say hello to everyone on the camera. Everyone's going to see you go across it. Oh, yes, yes. No decorum, just walk straight across it. Right, onwards. Right, come on, Azra. So, the plan will be, we'll get to the end of this field. This will then take us into sort of the main sort of farmers' fields. There is a track, so hopefully I'm not going to get shot at for walking in farmers' fields. We might see some rabbits, some deers. We are a bit later this morning, guys. You can actually see it's actually light this morning. Because what is the time? 20 to 7. I had a bit of a lie-in. I said to you, didn't I? I was going to have a lie-in either today or tomorrow. Might even have another one tomorrow, actually. To be honest with you, I must make sure I turn my 5 o'clock alarm off. Because, of course, the old alarm's set for 5 o'clock Monday to Friday. And, of course, it's Bank Holiday Friday? Where did that come from? Bank Holiday Monday in the UK tomorrow. And as such, I haven't got work tomorrow, which is lovely. Pardon me. But the iPhone doesn't know that, and it will wake us up. So, yes, we need to make sure we unset the alarm. When I say I'm going to have a line, guys, it'll probably mean I'll probably get up about 6 as opposed to 5. That's not going to be a huge line. Don't think to yourself, oh, lazy git. Nothing like that. I still need to get up and let the dogs out. They don't wait, do they? So over here to my right, what will happen is we will, in a minute, sort of this field at the end bears round to the right. It sort of walks round sort of outside of this. And I don't know if it's coming out on the camera, probably not. There's a darker field over there. You got this light one nearest to me, then another light one, then a darker one. And I think that is the field I need to somehow try and work my way of getting into. Because I can see the farmhouse that is the other side of the field, so it's not far. Just how you get into it. Anyway, so what I did start speaking about yesterday as well, if anyone's interested, was the ports we went to on the cruise in the last couple of weeks. Now, if you're not interested, just put your TV or iPhone, phone, tablet on mute and just watch the lovely walk, because it is a lovely walk. So the first place we went to was Cadiz, where we have been before, and lovely place. But as such, we didn't book a trip because we just said we would do some exploring by ourselves. And it's really nice. We walked right through the city, came out the other side, sort of where the beaches are. Didn't go onto the beach, but we had a nice walk sort of along to it. And the temperature, because we got off early, was nice. I would say probably mid-20s, mid to late 20s. It was nice. Again, that vlog is out there. And there was also a live. I did a vlog out to the beach. And then I did a live stream on the way back. Whoops. And yeah, it was not bad. I mean, those that have been watching me for a while will know that I love this vlogging. It's a real hobby and I'm enjoying it. What I am not so keen on is doing it when there's loads of people around. And that is one thing I had to get over very quickly when we were doing these live streams and vlogs when we were abroad, because there's people everywhere. And once the London vlog goes live, you'll see how that confidence has actually become a non-problem, shall we say, because it really was the busiest I'd seen it up in London for a long time yesterday. Now, it was a perfect storm, guys. Lovely weather yesterday, summer holidays, bank holiday weekend. Obviously tourists, you're always going to have tourists in London, but it was a recipe for a perfect storm. And I shan't say whose idea it was to do this trip yesterday, mine, but I didn't realise it was a bank holiday weekend, did I? But no, it's all right. We dealt with it. We survived. If it were just Julie, me and James, it wouldn't have been a drama at all. It was just being aware of what Mum could and couldn't do and making sure she was safe and everything else. But where's the second place we went to? Because I keep digressing from one thing to another. Yes, we went to Palma in Mallorca. Very, very nice place again. Well, I say that, I'll come on to that a little bit in a minute. I will put a hashtag in there. We went to Sola Village and got the wooden train back. Now, again, there is a vlog out there so you can understand a bit more about what I'm talking about. But yeah, that was really, really nice. Really, really nice traditional Mediterranean town, Sola Village. As I say, there's a huge vlog out for it, and the train back. Azra, come on. Good girl. And yes, we got the train back to somewhere near Palma. It wasn't quite Palma, or if it was the outskirts, we'll say. And then the coach that took us up to the village picked us up. And then we had the choice whether we sort of stopped in Palma and had a walk around there, or went back to the ship. Now, in all honesty, I hadn't done a massive amount of research on Mallorca because we had the trip booked and we knew we were going to have a little bit of a drive around Palma on the coach anyway. I wasn't overly bothered. And you know what? Possibly the best decision we ever made, because I would say at least 10 people had skirmishes with pickpocketers in Palma, and they warn people, so don't get me wrong, it's not like people go into it completely blind, and it depends what sort of people are doing from the point of view of what they're taking off the ship. And by that I mean, are you just taking a phone? Are you what are you taking? Because I'm very lucky. Obviously, I've got my Apple Pay. So if I wanted to go to a place like that, all I would really need to do is take my phone, or and on my watch. I think I don't know if the watch works without the phone. I can't remember that actually. But regardless, my phone. Now I will admit, guys, I am terrible when I go out. I've got because I'm sort of vlogging quite a lot at the minute. I've usually got my little man bag. I've got my phone, I've got my wallet, and I've got my vlogging camera. So people like me are probably prime real estate for these people. But I have never had a problem with it. And we went to Lisbon, where it was prime for it as well. Not this time. Last time we went on a cruise, never had a problem. Been up to London multiple times, never had a problem. Had a scare in London, but never had a problem. And I think a lot of it is about having your wits about you, if I'm honest with you. People, because they're on holiday, they're relaxed, and I get it. I'm relaxed too. But if I have anything, it's my man bag is on my front where I can feel it every time. Now, what I'm hoping, guys, and it looks like this is going to be a non-starter, which annoys me already, because that's the field I want to get to. I'm hoping there's a path here, and there might well be, but I'm not seeing it. We'll have to see. We've done a mile already. We are in little town outside Cambridge. There might be a path there. Can I walk along there? Yeah, let's go for it. What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to get shot by the farmer. There is a path here. See, people have walked it. It's not like I'm making a new path. Country is the UK. We live. So, yeah, that was the hashtag. Just people had a bit of problems with pickpocketing. But, again, just have your wits about you. And I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine. Where did we go next? We went to Cagliari, which is Sardinia, Italy. What a lovely place. In fact, that was probably my joint first favourite place we went to. Now, I had done research on Cagliari because we had decided, because it was my birthday that day, we were going to do our own research. No, I'm not a farmer. We just are very lucky where we live. We live in the countryside, so I can walk along said farmer's fields. But no, I'm not a farmer. What I'll say about Cagliari is we knew it was very hilly, and as such, we'd already said to Mum, don't think you should be coming, it's too much for you. And again, if you've watched the vlog, you're from Holland, are you? Excellent. And no, I'm not talking to myself. There are people watching, thank the Lord. And James was poorly that day as well. So it turned out it was just Julie and me that went on that stroll that day. And to be honest with you, James could have done it, what we did. But he would have been moaning because it was a lot of walking and it was a lot of hills. And I'm talking about sort of 60, 70, 80% gradient hills in Sardinia. They were vertical, some of them. There's the vlog out there again, if you want to watch it, of Julia more than me, because obviously I'm the one doing the crawling. Julia leaning into hills and leaning out of hills, depending on which way we were going, because that's how steep they were. It was an unbelievable place, beautiful place. The architecture was amazing. But the hills were just unreal. They really were unreal. So, yeah, it was definitely a place I would recommend people to go to. And definitely a place I would sort of say we would go to again. You know, this is the thing I love about cruises, is that you get to see sort of snippets of places, and then you can sort of try and make your own mind up whether you think, oh, lovely place, whether would I go back? And that's basically how I find cruises. Next place we went to was Ibiza. Now, we were a bit unlucky with Ibiza because it was a Sunday, and a lot of places in Spain are shut on a Sunday. And that's exactly what it was. There was nowhere open. It was very, very quiet. Good for the old vlogging from the point of view of walking about, but not good from the point of view of sort of trying to watch stuff and what have you, look at stuff and see stuff. We did have a cheeky McDonald's there, and as such, it became beer o'clock. you can get beer in Spain. I'm sure you can get beer in a lot of places, but you can't in the UK. Right, so we're going to carry straight on, guys. That's to the farmers, tractors and all that sort of stuff, and that's obviously out to the farm, I would imagine. But how we quite went so wrong yesterday, because it looks like it's quite straightforward, really. I think I can sort of see what's gone wrong. We started sort of over there, in that sort of corner over there. Now we followed that path, sort of the one where you can see the outline of the field, all the way up there. Now what I clearly should have done was a left to come this way, which is where we're coming from. And that's where I've gone wrong. We live and learn. We know now what happened. So thank God for that. So yeah, Ibiza was a little bit of a disappointment. But I'm not saying don't go to Ibiza, because apart from a Sunday, it's obviously a very lively place, as we all know. It just depends on what you want to have a holiday. I'm a bit old now for all that partying and all that sort of stuff, to be honest. And to be fair, I think it's more sort of the San Antonio area, San Antonio Bay, that is more of the party bit. I might be way wrong on that, guys, without doing proper research. But I know that's sort of where they advertise the lively place. Then we went to Cartagena, famous for design of the submarine. In fact, we went to the Cartagena Football Club, FC, and on their badge is a submarine, because they're very proud of their history. We bought James a little top from their shop, little training top it was. It was only after we got back to the ship I realised they were in the third tier of Spanish football. But nice stadium for a third tier. I would suggest not many clubs in England in the third tier have a stadium like they did, if I'm honest with you. So, yeah, lovely place. And then the last place, Gibraltar, English territory. And immediately it felt very English as soon as you sort of got off the ship. English signs. They do drive on the wrong side of the road, but this is more an agreement they've got with Spain because of people going over the border backwards and forwards all the time, and it's just easier. But that's where it stops. Everything else feels very English there. And obviously we went to the top of the rock and saw the monkeys, all that sort of stuff that tourists do. We were very unlucky. We went to Europa Point, and it was very, very, very foggy that morning. I mean, again, that vlog is coming out tomorrow. And if you watch the beginning of it, you'll see how foggy it was. I mean, the ships were doing the old foghorns every sort of 1 to 2 minutes. There is a video near the beginning where I was right by the foghorn. And by goodness was it loud, guys. So if you want to laugh, see me jump, watch that vlog tomorrow night. It comes out at 6 o'clock UK time. But yeah, Europa Point, you can from that see, if you like, is it the 5 points? I think it's the Mediterranean on your left, sort of the beginning of the Atlantic on the right, Spain to your right, you're obviously in Gibraltar, and across the water you can see Africa and Morocco. So we're a bit gutted we didn't see that. However, later on when we left, it was a beautiful day, probably about 25 to 30, blue skies, and we were very, very lucky. We saw all of it. There's actually, near the end of the vlog, a photo that I did from the back of the ship that you can clearly see all 5 points, and I pointed it out. Azra to your right. Azra, go. No. Azra. Right, guys, so we now know we don't go that way. We go that way if we're doing the shorter walk. So, yeah, as I say, Gibraltar was my joint first favourite cruise stop. If anyone's ever done cruising, let me know your thoughts of it. This is our third cruise, second big one. We really enjoy it. It's the only thing I'll say, the port days are great and you can do as much or as little as you want, but on the sea days I just wish there was a little bit more they did for all sort of ages of people. It seems to be a lot of I don't know, older person sort of stuff, and I'm saying that loosely because one of the things was bingo. Now, we didn't do bingo this time, but I didn't actually mind doing it last time. But we did Deal or No Deal. We did one of the quizzes. So, but yeah, they just need to do more. You know, for all ages of people. They cater very well for the kids. They've got obviously the kids club and all that sort of stuff. But sort of, shall we say, middle-aged people, unless you want to drink all day, there isn't loads going on. And I mean that. And if anyone from P&O is watching, I've said it before. There is not enough for middle-aged people to do. So, yeah, that's my 2 pence on that. So, what are we up to for the rest of the weekend? Got a little trip to the cafe coming up. I'm hoping if Julia's still watching, she's actually thinking about getting up soon. Because we've got to be at Mother's for 8:20. Then dropping them off at Mum and James. Then Julie and me have got to go and get Julie's new bike. She ordered a new bike last weekend. Hopefully she's going to come out for a bike ride at some stage over the weekend on a new bike. Sure, she'll find excuses not to. And then they've got to do the Tesco shop. Now, I say they, I was originally going to go, guys. But I asked Julie yesterday if she would do my hair, to which she reluctantly said she didn't want to. Go and get it done professionally. She said you need your ears and your nose sorted out. So I've got to go to the barbers, pay an extortionate amount of money for them to do it. I could do it at home myself, guys, to be honest with you, but I really can't. Well, not my hair. To do my beard and my ears and my nose. Anyway, the guy in the village, he does look after me, so I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. But he don't take cards, does he? He's one of them. Wink, wink, nod, nod, cash. So I'm going to have to get some cash out when we go to the cafe. I did turn the hot tub on last night, so we're going to give that a go. There is quite a lot of football on after lunch, and my team are playing tomorrow night, 8 o'clock UK time, Newcastle, Liverpool. I think you all know who I support. Hopefully you do by now. Begins with L. Ends in L. Right, Azra. Yeah, good girl. Right, so this is where we started yesterday, guys. Right. In a few moments, I think we're going to call this one a day. I think we've done what we've done. Oh, just over half an hour, not too bad. Not as long as a disaster. Well, yeah, shorter than the disaster yesterday. I'll get rid of Azra's stuff. Good girl. Right, guys. Enjoy your Sunday. If you're in the UK, enjoy your bank holiday Monday as well. We'll probably be on here tomorrow anyway. I'm doing another stroll. But for now, where are we? Go treat yourself, that's what she said, yeah. I assume she's talking about the bike. I don't think she's talking about anything else. That is the wife weighing in there. Go on, Azra. Right, guys, have a lovely weekend. Like and subscribe. Do hit the bell because then you know when we're on. And we'll catch up soon. Cheers, guys.